Here are 5 painful sufferings you'll experience when you break up with a narcissist. This video is for you if you have trouble accepting the truth about your relationship with a narcissist and have tried to move on without success. This video is for you. To help you deal with life after breaking up with a narcissist, we've made a list of the top 5 problems you'll face. If you want to know more, you can click the bell button and subscribe to this episode. Before we start, I have a quick question for you. Where do you find it hardest to accept the way things are? Which one of these facts do you find hard to believe? Please share your stories in the comments to make other survivors feel like they are not alone. 1. Everything about the relationship was a lie. Yes, everything was a lie. You put more than just your emotions into the relationship. You put your whole self into it. You put in a lot of work and made a lot of sacrifices. But you still found a way to get along with the narcissist. You put your faith and trust in this flawed person because you thought they were the one you had been waiting for. You thought they would save you. But what did actually happen? The way you were treated hurt your soul and hurt your sense of right and wrong. You were lied to, hurt, left alone, given no hope, and made to feel stupid. Others took advantage of your kindness, understanding, and care. Now, admitting that it was all made up means that you accept that everything you did for them or did with them, even the good memories, were real. Accepting this means realizing that the charming, kind, and loving person you met at the beginning of the relationship no longer exists and never did. If you think it was all a lie, you're basically saying that the person who turned into a monster later in the relationship is who they really are. This sudden realization can cause a freeze response that makes it hard to think clearly. It can feel like seeing someone get stabbed in the face and not being able to understand what happened. You might wonder if your mind is playing tricks on you, or if someone is just messing with you. The idea that someone could be so violent and dishonest is too much to handle. This is also true if you were gaslighted by a narcissist, abused, traumatized, or treated in some other way that was unbearable. The truth hit you so hard that it stopped you in your tracks. It is hard to understand how someone could be this bad. 2. All the good things that happened to you were made up to make you feel a certain way. Because of cognitive dissonance, you can't accept that the narcissist lied about the good times you had together. What's going on? There are different feelings going on. When the narcissist was nice to you, it made you doubt yourself and feel unsafe. This makes a split in your mind, which makes it hard to tell the difference between real and fake experiences. It's a big step forward to admit that the good memories you have are also false and were used to keep you in the relationship. It means giving up something important in your life. Holding on to the hope of happy memories is better than nothing, but admitting that they were lies means giving up the hope of ever being able to look back on your life with satisfaction and fondness. It's like letting yourself believe that everything was always dark and empty. In the middle, admitting that the good times were just a dream means admitting that someone you thought you could trust lied to you, took advantage of you, and manipulated you. Because of this, it can be hard to believe that the good times were just a dream. 3. The narcissist made you think you were going to have a dream, but instead gave you a nightmare. Like all narcissists, they give false hope at the start of a relationship by making promises that are too good to be true and that they have no plans to keep. They paint you a picture of a bright and appealing future that is so captivating that it clouds your judgment and makes it hard to tell what is real and what isn't. By acting like the future you want, a narcissist puts you in a trance-like state that makes you believe their lies. But when you finally find out that the future they promised you was based on lies and manipulation, it can be a very sad experience. All of the promises of love, financial security, and closeness turned out to be false, leaving you with a world full of pain and trouble. The narcissistic behavior of giving you false hopes and empty promises was a way for them to get what they wanted, even if it meant hurting you. 4. The narcissist doesn't let you have your own space. Narcissists are known for making it hard for people they have hurt to have privacy and move on. Instead of helping, they leave their victims feeling abandoned, alone, and with many unanswered questions. This creates a cycle of uncertainty and doubt that makes it hard for victims to move on with their lives. If a narcissist doesn't give you a satisfactory ending, it means they didn't care about the relationship or you enough to give you one. It's important to realize that the narcissistic person can't give you closure. Instead, you have to find it on your own and through your own experiences. People can find the peace and closure they need to move on when they take a close look at how they feel and try to understand what happened. It is important to recognize that there are narcissistic people in the world and to learn about narcissistic personality disorder. Understanding how things really are is the key to being free and getting better. 5. The narcissists used you to get what they needed. Accepting that a narcissist used and abused you can be a very hard thing to do. It can make you feel like you don't have any value, confidence, or esteem for yourself. But it's important to know that you're not to blame. You were used not because of anything wrong with you, but because the narcissist manipulated, gaslighted, and twisted the truth to take advantage of you. You were in a fight, flight, or freeze state at the time, and that's how you got through the relationship. Your ability to use the part of your brain that lets you think and reason was limited, and the narcissist kept taking advantage of you by paralyzing your nervous system. This makes you feel very guilty, and you may wonder why you let it happen. But it's important to remember that you had no control over what happened. Now that you have access to your agency, it's natural to feel uncomfortable and ask questions like, how could I let that happen? Or, why did I let it happen? But it's important to know that the abuse wasn't your fault and that you're not to blame for it. Realizing that someone used you as an object takes time and a lot of self-reflection. But it is an important step in healing and moving on. The narcissist used you as a source of money to keep you around. This is a hard truth to face because it means you have to admit that your self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence were hurt. You were used like a tool, and when you were no longer useful, you were thrown away. This can hurt because it means you were used and manipulated, but it's important to remember that the shame and guilt are not your fault. The narcissist used things like gaslighting and abuse to control and take advantage of you. This put you in a state of fight, flight, or freeze, so you couldn't use the parts of your brain that help you think things through. Now that you are out of the bad relationship, you may be able to see things more clearly and ask yourself, how could I have let that happen? Or, why wasn't I able to stop it? But you should be kind to yourself and realize that the situation was much more complicated than it seems now. Give yourself compassion, accept who you really are, and try to get better. Remember that you did what you thought was right at the time, and that you were not in charge of the situation. Recognizing and accepting these facts is one of the most important steps to getting over the effects of the narcissist's manipulation. I think that's all I have to say in the video for today. We'll see each other at the next event. We should keep getting better until then.
Hello guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to continue to support this channel so that this channel continues to grow and more people benefit from it. And also don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the new videos that I uploaded. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.